Hello everyone, welcome to Augmented Technology Private Limited. Today I am excited to introduce our one of the product, that is industrial temperature sensor. It's a temperature sensor which provides the temperature and humidity. Here we have the base model. In this base model, here we have the power supply part where we can connect up to 24 volt DC. Here we have the configuration, that is positive and negative. And here we have the sensor which provides the temperature and humidity. And here we have the RJ45, that is the Ethernet, where we can get the data. And for this temperature board, we have the two configurations for the data fetching. The first configuration, that where we can get the data through the Modbus TCP according to the user, where we can set our time intervals. According to the time intervals, the data will get updated in the Modbus TCP. And another, also we have the another configuration, that is MQTT, where we can get the data via MQTT for the time intervals, where you can user set their own time intervals. According to the time interval, you can get the data in MQTT. Here I have connected the board with the power supply, that is a 12 volt DC. And here I have connected with the Ethernet cable with the PC. So in the PC, open the network. For this device, we have the default IP, that is a 192.168.0.160. Before connecting with the IP, please open the view Ethernet network. In this, open the Ethernet, open the properties. In the properties, go to the IP version, that is the Ethernet protocol. In that, just modify this with the 0.10 or anything. So just apply the setting. Open the default IP, that is 192.168.0.160. Here you will get the setup part. Just copy this and paste in the IP part. So here you will get the web interface. Here you can set the IP address, and here you have the pole interval, on the which time interval we need to get the data through the Modbus TCP. According to that, you can set the interval. Currently I have set it the 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds the data of the temperature and the humidity will update in the Modbus TCP. For this, now I will set the, currently I have set the second, that is 5 seconds. So now I will open the Modbus TCP. Before connecting the Modbus TCP, go to the setup and field and definition. Here the function code for this sensor, that is function code 3. So for this quantity I have set as a 8. Okay, then go to the connection, click on connect, select the Modbus TCP IP. For this device, we have the default IP, that is 192.168.0.160. Click on OK. See, the board is connected properly. And here in register 0 and 1, the data will update every 5 seconds according to my interval time. So now we get to know how to change the IP addresses. Here we have the IP part. In this you can currently it's a 0.160. So now I will change this IP into 175. So just submit. Before submitting, so now we get to know how to configure the IP address. So here we have the IP part. In this, by default it's a 160. So we need to set it as a different IP, that is a 175. Before changing the IP address, the jumper should be in short form. Okay, now I will change the IP, that is 175, and click on the submit. Now open with the new IP, that is 192.168.0.160. 175. See, just copy the setup part and paste in the link. See, for the IP address has changed to 175. Before that is the default 160. So you can set the IP address according to your IP address. The Modbus TCP will get connected. So now here the IP address has changed. So disconnect the board and connect with the new IP address, that is 175. The board has connected properly. So here you are getting the data for every 5 seconds. The data will get updated. In the 0 register you will get the temperature, and the first register you will get the humidity. So now I will increase the temperature. See, in the Modbus port, that is increasing with the temperature, that is 32, 33. For every 5 seconds it's updating. So to get the board for the default IP address, just remove this jumper and press the reset. So the board will get the default IP address. Then open the web interface with the default IP address, that is 192.168.0.160. So the board get for the default IP address. Modbus pole also connected with the by default IP addresses. Here I have connected with the board with the main Ethernet cable and provided the power supply, that is a 12 volt DC. So in the web interface, so now I will open with the IP address, that is a by default IP address 192.168.1.40. This is for the IP address for the MQTT. Here you will get the web interface for the MQTT configurations. So here you can provide the broker ID, and here for the topic where we can get the data. Here the username and the password will be optional, you can provide or no issue. So here the port, that is a 1883 SSL port, and here the interval time. So for the interval time you will get the data. For example, here I have provided the 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds I will get the updated data in the MQTT. So now I will submit this. So after submitting, just open the MQTT and connect the MQTT broker. After connecting, open the subscribe topic. Here that is a TCP 111. I have subscribed the topic. So here I am getting the data for the every 5 seconds. So now I will change the topic TCP 30. So once I will submit, so open the MQTT and subscribe with the new topic, that is TCP 30. See, here I am getting the data for the every 5 seconds. So before I got at 38.54, now I got a 38.59 and 39.4. For every 5 seconds of interval I am getting the data.